Hey guys, it's March 19th. I'm here in the orchard. I just wanted to take you through my observations for the day. I've been trying to do some regular walkthroughs and kind of get an idea of what's going on. I planted these trees last year, and so they're really young. I just kind of want to know what their cycles are like and document it. So let's go through it here. Okay, this is my row of mulberry. None of these trees have broken dormancy yet, but these are a year old and they're already a minimum of chest high. They kind of grow like weeds here in Kansas. They're a red mulberry, Morris rubra. They're nice and flexible. Health-wise, they seem to be great. I have them mulched in with wood chips. I've added a layer of compost during the winter / fall, and then you can see this is all pampas grass on the ground from my father-in-law's place. He trimmed his pampas grass, and I've got some grass clippings and other type of yard waste that I've scattered out as mulch as well. Mulch and just a good source of organic matter. Trying to build the soil up around these trees. My next row here, these are my persimmon, and these were actually some of the best performers. I'd say top 3 so far. They did really well this last year. I barely lost any. They were much lower maintenance than I expected. Everything in this orchard, I didn't get a lot of growth. We had a real bad drought period, and I didn't water as much as would have been ideal. But it's actually kind of not necessarily a bad thing, because it was a good test as far as drought tolerance. Everything out here I know is going to be pretty drought tolerant. I went from September to just yesterday with almost no significant rainfall. We just got an inch of rain last night, so a little cool and dreary out here, but I'm not complaining because we finally got some moisture. So the persimmon are looking good. I lost maybe 1 or 2 of those last year, and I think other than that they're looking healthy. Over here, what will be planted here is hazelnuts, and I think I'm going to order some hazelnuts this year and get them in this row. I'll be getting those from Forest Ag, probably Mark Shepard's company. Alright, so this next row here is my pawpaws. And this is a tree that I've wanted to grow for a long time, just because they are a very cool fruit. They're the largest native fruits in North America. If you've never seen them before, you should definitely check them out, look them up. This isn't actually ideal growing habitat for pawpaw. Normally, they like to spend their adolescent years, when they're young, developing in the shade of other trees. Here in the orchard, that's not really a possibility at the moment. I know they were very stressed last summer in the heat and the full sun, and I watered them a little more than the other things, but not a lot more. And so I guess we'll see which ones are the drought tolerant ones when we start to break dormancy on these, and see which ones are still alive. Like I said, not ideal growing conditions. I guess I'm selecting for some survivor genetics there. Alright, so this next row I've got here, along with my dogs. This next row here is Serviceberry. I'm starting to get bud formation on some of these, but no strong growth yet for the year. So they're looking okay. I think I lost some of them last year. They're relative to the apple. The fruit looks like, it's kind of similar to like a blueberry, but it grows on a tree. And the flavor's a little more mild. They're pretty good fruit to eat and make wine out of, but we'll see how they do out here. This is American plum. Had decent survival rate and growth with these last year. I don't feel like they performed quite as well as the Santo plums, as far as just being happy in the drought and pressure that we were in. But I haven't had significant die off of them either. None of my plums have not broken dormancy. That's my Santo and my American, so they have not broken dormancy yet. The next row here, these are going to be my buffalo berry. My buffalo berry, I look down in the tree here. You can see I'm starting to get little leaves on it. They kind of have a silver foliage, a silverish colored foliage. Very pretty plant. They have started to break dormancy. And so I'm happy about that. Looks like I got decent survival out of them. Like I said, this is all with not a whole lot of care. I mulch them in, again, wood chips and compost. You gotta have some mulch in this kind of environment. This is a lot of Kansas native prairie grasses in here, and they're very competitive with new trees, so the mulch is a necessity. The next row here, these I believe are my choke cherry, and I'm getting, let's see if I can find some here. I think I'm getting a little bud formation, but no significant growth yet. Then the next row here, I was really worried about them. I really wanted them really badly. This one's one of the ones I wanted the most. They are elderberry, and you can see I've got a dandelion in there, but I also have elderberry coming back up. So these inside of these stakes, or these tree shelters here, these rabbit guards, these are dead growth from last year. See, this one is rotted enough I can just pull it right out. I actually thought I lost most of these last year due to drought. They like kind of wet soils, lowland areas. So you can see coming up, brand new elderberries. I thought I lost most of them. They shed their leaves. I was really disappointed. Their top growth died back. But in all actuality, this year, coming and looking, got a whole bunch. I think I only counted 3 that had no new growth. So I did not lose them. They did not like the conditions, but they are tough plants and they're sending up new growth now. So get another year. I'm going to get my drip system in before the heat hits, and so hopefully they'll be happier this next year. But I guess I selected the less drought tolerant ones. These are red currants, and they've broken dormancy and are leafing out already. They don't mind the cooler weather. They also are fairly shade tolerant. The problem with these, I've planted them in the past, and again this last year, is they get some kind of a sickness, like a leaf spot, and they shed all their leaves. They get stressed out and they shed all their leaves. And this is when I've grown them under another tree, kind of in a shaded environment, and when I've grown them out, you know, open in the orchard like this. So if I see it, when I see it start to hit, I'm going to try to document it and show you guys what I'm talking about. But I'm not sure what it is, but they lose all their leaves, and then they kind of just go into shock. And they don't die, but they don't do anything. They don't grow, and I think they're going to end up probably getting torn out here. We'll see. We'll see how they do this year. I'm going to give them another chance. And these are some of my best performers here. This is Santo Plum, and they have not started breaking dormancy yet, but they're doing really, really well. You can see one thing I've been doing is I've been collecting the dog poop out of my yard and throwing it out in my orchard. When these plants are old enough to start developing fruit, I have to be a lot more careful with that. Roundworm can be passed on from dogs to humans. I'm not sure what other kinds of parasites, but I know it can be an issue. But I won't be collecting fruits or any food off of these areas that I've been spreading out the dog poop for a long time. So yeah, just something to keep in mind. It'll be good fertilizer, but in the areas that I'm going to harvest anything, I wouldn't want to put it. So you can see this guy, he was really happy and really made huge growth. These were tiny, tiny little plants when I put them in the ground last year, and a lot of them put on over a foot in growth. So, all right, that was the walkthrough. I hope I didn't bore the crap out of you guys. I'm sure I did most of you, but if you got any questions, comments, please leave them below. Like and share the video. You can check us out at newbuzzfarm.com. Kind of give you an idea of what else we're up to, and yeah guys, thanks for watching, thanks for staying tuned. Have a good one.